What's happening, guys? Welcome to the Rash Child channel. I'm Ash and today I'm deep diving into my favorite delay pedal, Free the Tones Future Factory RF Phase Modulation Delay. For you busy bees out there, check out the timestamps for the explanation on how to use every feature on the pedal and the in the sound mix examples at the end. As I live in Japan, Free the Tone is a Japanese company. I've been able to play and check out a lot of this stuff. Extremely high quality and very unique designs and sounds. Now, looking at this pedal, you might think this is not the one you've seen, right? The one that looks like a Star Wars computer, you know, the Darth Vader chest. That's the standard version. And this is the Ken signature version. He's the guitarist for the rock band Larkin Seal. They got this great song called Driver's High you should check out. It sounds like the Libertines without all the heavy drug use. The difference is the colored LED, a boost option, and the color of the pedal. Now it does look very intimidating, right? But it's actually very, very intuitive to use. Even Dan and Mick from that pedal show have it on their boards. Most brands like Strymon and Boss usually have a digital screen, and you dive in parameters and access the settings through there. This has all that, but everything has one button. It has two delays that are both fully editable and you can apply them to most features. This is also a stereo pedal, but I'll be demonstrating in series mode, which is mono, because it's for my band and 90% of users use it in mono. Of course, stereo is much better sounding, but in the context of a mix and a band, mono is better. If there is a difference between the modes, the stereo and the mono version, I will explain. There's only a few little small differences, but I will go into those in much detail in a sec. So let's check the draw, shall we? So here's the pedal, lit up, very cool, right? Very colorful. And here is the current reader from one spot, and it looks like it's hitting about 300 at the most here. Now it comes with a MIDI in and out. Personally, as a MIDI user, I like to have both separate, as it could be daisy chained, but it's not a huge problem. The pedal is MIDI compatible and can be used with any loop switcher to control speed and presets, etc. Exit is for an expression pedal and works like any other. Use that to speed up or change any setting on the pedal. Inputs and outputs, A are for mono or series, and B is for stereo use. You can plug those into 2 amps. On the side there is an input level, so you can change from line to instrument just in case you want to use it with a keyboard or something like that. So let's deep dive. Remember, everything here can be applied to the regular version as well. The sound will be coming from my Music Man Stingray into my EVH 5150 EL34 50 watt, going to the 2 notes Capta X, and the Future Factory is in the effects loop. So firstly we have the on and off switch, which is its only function. Just turn it on and turn it off. Next is the stereo and series select button. Stereo being stereo and series meaning both delays are kind of crashing into each other, but it's in mono. Just hold it in to change between the two. The display button just shows the BPM, so you can set your delay time to a BPM, a song BPM, milliseconds like a traditional delay, or just to show which preset you're on. The mix and feedback knobs are exactly that. One controls the mix and one controls the feedback. but you can assign these to other functions too. To assign another function to the mix or feedback knob, for example, modulation depth, first select the delay, press the parameter you want until it starts flashing, then hold down the preset button and move the desired knob. It'll show E1. That's how you know it's being controlled. Standby just means to put one of the delays on standby, meaning to mute it. For example, you could mute A and edit B, or mute B and edit A. Or if you want to mute both of them, you can do that. It's very useful if you just want to have one delay and you just want to hear that one while you're editing it. Soft clipping or distortion, basically you can just add distortion to one of the delays, but take note, if it's in stereo, it only applies to delay A. To change preset, just press the preset button and move the parameter knob to the desired preset. If you hold it in and turn it, it does go up in increments of 10, all the way up to 128. The tap tempo function, which is very useful for live use. So for example, if your drummer is coming in on a 1, 2, 3, 4, you can tap exact same tempo as he's counting in, and then it will match up with that tempo. Very useful. To do it, we can select both delays, for example, press display and the desired BPM or milliseconds, hit the button twice or more. The light blinks and at the right tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing it with my finger here, but you would do it with your foot. To save a preset, just choose the preset, press save, it'll blink, and then you just press it one more time and it's saved. The A Delay B Select switch is only for choosing which delay you want to edit. You can choose between A and B, or both of them together, or turn it off and nothing will be edited. So D time is to choosing which time your delay is in, BPM or the milliseconds. Feedback, which is the same as the knob, but of course you could have already assigned that to some other function, so if you did want to adjust it, you could do it here. The tone button is from an off position. Anything below it is a low pass filter, and anything above it is a high pass filter. Hold down to choose which frequency you want. In series mode, the EQ is only applied to B. And also make note, it is global and not preset to preset. Of course, the mix is the mix knob, and the output actually increases the volume or decreases it. Dry is a kill dry, so you can have no dry signal. And the invert phase, you hold it down, and if it's I on, it means it's out of phase. If it's I off, it's in phase. Mod is for modulation, which honestly works best in stereo. The depth just means the strength. Lower is better in my opinion. The rate is the speed. The RFM, which is the random fluctuating phase modulation, it just makes sure that the phase kind of changes randomly. It's a very unique thing, then you just have to hear it, and hopefully you could apply it to your sound. Function. So of course the S division stands for subdivision. 01 is a whole note. Zero 02 is a half note. Zero 04 point is a dotted quarter note. .43 is a triplet in 4. Zero 04 is a quarter note. Zero 08 dot is the dotted eighth. .23 is a triplet in 2. Zero 08 is an eighth note. .13 is a triplet in 1. And 16 is a 16th note. Also note that in milliseconds, this is automatically calculated, so you wouldn't need to edit it. The trail is if you switch it off, for example, you turn the delay off, does the sound carry on? If it's on, it carries over, and if it's off, it doesn't. Lastly, we have the pan. Now in stereo, the pan, it pans from left to right. In series or mono, it is basically a tremolo. The depth is the depth of the tremolo, and the speed is the speed. Make note that this only applies to the delay. It is a tremolo or a pan of the delay only, not the dry signal. You can also sync into delay. Just hold down the pan button to turn it S on or S off. Well, I hope that was a deep enough dive for you. I love the sound of this delay. The fidelity and the easiness to dial in the sound you want is just fantastic. I love it. As a boutique maker and under the current climate, I don't think they're going to be making more of these much in the future. So snap one up if you have the chance and get one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks.